Hello, gentle viewers. This is Zap Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the Charlotte Silverwolves. We were close last time in that we made the World Series again for the first time in a while, but we got rolled by LA pretty hard. Um, yeah, there's not much else to say. We got rolled pretty hard. My owner wants you to re-sign Casey Chode. I don't think it's going to happen right away, but it may happen eventually. I need to hire some coaches, so let's start with that. I need a new assistant GM. And to be honest, assistant GM doesn't matter a huge amount except for purposes of their personality. So what am I looking for here? I mean, things are going pretty great. Someone easygoing would be fantastic, with temperamental being another okay choice. So we're going to slide on into here. I want GM ratings, and I want to make sure that we include the personality. And I want somebody that prefers development. You like rookies? I like rookies. Alex Vargas, you're in. There we go. Next on our plate is hiring new managers. Now, Nick Cadena definitely could use a promotion. He's actually won in the He's actually won in the postseason, so I think he's instantly going to be promoted to AAA. Corey Burns has done a fantastic job of training our pitchers. Instantly promoted. Okay. Ben Fritz is fine, but I don't really see him as like a star. Bobby Seymour is a star. So I think Bobby Seymour is going to be get promoted over Ben Fritz, which is probably going to make Ben Fritz grumpy with me, but he's the best choice, I think. I want the guy with higher upside to be training my double A people. Taylor Jordan is a perfectly fine pitching coach. Chuck Bechtel is even better. So I think we go ahead and make that promotion as well. Roniel Longa is a decent enough pitching coach that I can happily promote him. Like so. Done. And Chung Yun Cho is fine. So I now need to find three more coaches. Coach ratings, and I genuinely do not care about personality at this point. I want good development. And a good enough. Yeah, I mean, Santo de Jesus seems like the most obvious choice. Let's do it. Santo, come on board. And then I want somebody fairly young managing at the very bottom. So I kind of like the idea of getting Ty Daly. But I think I like. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try him out. See if he develops, and if he does, we can go from there. And then I'd love to get Kale Garrison, but there's a fair chance that they just laugh in my face, so. Alright, International Free Agent Showcase. Yes. Alright, Pat McCauley can happily walk. He's not going to be coming back. Oh, you'd have to give you a major league contract. I don't want to do that. Alright. Casey Choate wants a massive extension. And honestly, I'm not sure he doesn't deserve it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and not even think about it and go and offer him his raise. This is a shockingly reasonable. Give me a second team option and I will sign this contract with you. Plus, owner wants you to sign him, and I want to sign him anyway, so that's fine. Withdrawn. Like, he was actively terrible. Archuleta is equally nothing special. Sean Lesko was pretty decent, and he like when he's been available, he's actually pitched relatively well. I don't think a fairly modest raise is going to affect anything in the long run, so I think we can go ahead and give him his cash here. I feel like Eric Anfuso is a tough guy to read, as is Baltastuzzi, but they are both coming off of very good seasons. I think I have to sign him again. I think I have to. Do I have any fairly high ranking outfielders that are ready for a bigger role? Like either Jeff Shumo or Juan Gaviret are both pretty good. And here's the thing, I feel like Baltastuzzi's also a fan favorite. I think one more year of him is fine. I think it's a reasonable thing for him to ask for. I mean, he's not asking for a very big raise to sign long term. I'm just not convinced that I want him to be here long term. Because here's my problem with Mr. Baltastuzzi here. He has one plus here, which is his raw power, which is amazing. The guy's coming in hitting 50 home runs. I don't see how I can be too hard on him. But I feel like signing him for a long-term deal just isn't sensible right now. What if we did a 5-year deal that looks like this? This I would sign. That is a reasonable contract in my opinion. Yeah, let's see how this works out for us. So that's all that done. I do think both either Schmo here or Gaviret can definitely deserve an opportunity, and so we're definitely going to be giving them some opportunities here in the postseason or in spring training rather. Because I do need more depth in the outfield, and Andres Luna and Ted Salvado are not it. I don't think. We've got some really good outfielders. So I somewhat hesitate to pay that much money for Baltastuzzi, but frankly, I want to make the fans happy. So I'm comfortable with that. Let's get some prospecting in. All right. I need to look at prospects. I think I just need Darren Heil to just keep improving. I'd like him to be a better second baseman. I would. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's have him work at playing second base. Gye-Hyun Im needs to work on his plate discipline, I think. Mike Boardman, control. Yaksua Ivanic is going to have a big role on the bullpen this season because he's cheap. Work on your secondary pitches, please. Um, Do you have anybody in the Major League roster that needs training? Yes, Juan Carmona. Work on your secondary pitches as well. Done. We have an embarrassment of riches at catcher. I'm pretty pleased with that. Work on plate discipline. Done. Who's coming up here that I need to protect on the Rule 5? I'm going to trade Ernesto Olivas. Because he's not good. Like, he's not a good player. I feel like trading him now when he still has some prospect value is more likely to give a decent payoff. So let's go ahead. Let's do prospect for prospect, classic swap. Wait a minute, I just saw a guy who had 60 overall, didn't I? Oh no, it's an actual catcher. Yeah, I don't have a job for you. That is one position I am not interested in, sadly. I'm going to quickly switch to prospect package and see if anybody's willing to give me 2 greens. They're probably not, but they might be. I get 4 yellows, which doesn't fill me with joy. Alright. Sergio Silva is a genuinely good outfield prospect. Juan Contreras is a bit more mid tier. Ishmael Molina is an okay second baseman. But this isn't the most thrilling of trades, but I think it genuinely improves our franchise. So I think we go ahead and complete this trade. I think that was the right decision. And Mr. Molina here, he's not going to be starting in second base, that's for sure. But I can at least put him on the 40-man and let him play in spring training, and then we can send him to the minors as we need. Sergio Silva, we could actually lose if we don't put him on the 40-man, which makes me concerned. I'm going to wait until after free agency is declared before I make any sudden movements. I'll pay you 150. I think you're that good as a pitching coach, but I'm not going to pay you too much above that. Yeah, you don't actually want more money. You're probably getting a major league coaching offer, and you would prefer to take that, which I completely respect. Wait a minute, what happened? I thought I already offered somebody the. I guess somebody else must have taken it. Hmm. Oh, let's get Marcus Jones. Oh, Cale Garrison. Yeah, I'd really like to get him, but I don't think we can afford him. Let me grab Moreno Polanco instead. Let's see if that grabs people more. Alright, Baltistuzzi took a long-term deal, so did Cho. Come on, bro. Just take the bloody deal. So, here's kind of my big concern here. I'm worried that I'm overinvested in the outfield. And I think of all the people that are in the outfield, I think Anfuso is the one most likely to be traded or find a new team. But we'll see what happens here. I do somewhat regret the Boston Stutzy deal, but really, have you in fact received a better deal? I'll give you 250 grand, but if you don't fucking take it, then that's on you. You know what, Marcus Jones? Fuck you in the ear. I'm sick of people using me as a way to get more money or a better job. I really don't like the fact, by the way, that the pitching coaches just ignore me. I'd love to get Eric Encarnacion, but I'm sure he's gonna ghost me like everyone else has. We'll get any awards this off season. Yeah, see, you're all just fucking using me as a way to get more money, and I'm not gonna do that. Somebody will eventually realize what I'm offering them is a pretty great opportunity, and they'll just fucking take it instead of making me constantly jack up their offer. Herman, you fucking piece of shit, take my goddamn offer. Like, you're not all getting these incredible offers. I refuse to accept that. Ooh, Juan Salazar got a gold glove. Nice. Oh my god. I swear. I flippin' swear. I didn't get a single silver slugger. I find that highly specious. I'm gonna go ahead and increase ticket prices a bit. I think it's reasonable for me to increase ticket prices by $1. You know what? No, we're gonna go crazy here. We're gonna increase tickets to $40. I know it's a decent sized jump, but let's be realistic here. You're getting a winner. I think that should count for something. Nice. Chuko was unanimous Rookie of the Year. Love to see it. I love the fact, by the way, that I'm still being dicked around by people to hire a fucking Rookie League coach. You know what, Dylan Becker, you're in. I got better shit to do than sit here and wait for you. Um, of course he was. You both suck. Really, prick? Someone's offering you more money. Oh my god. I swear, people are just waiting for you to make offers just so they can trump them. Like, for fuck's sake, man, be original. No consideration for MVP or Cy Young, which I find a little bit surprising. But maybe not so much. I mean, our best play last year was Juan Salazar, who didn't exactly cover himself in super glory. I'm a little surprised Ernie Jarvis didn't get some attention for Cy Young. But I understand it, I guess. Oh, no, we got beat in the LCS, not the World Series. I'm full of shit. Don't listen to me. All right, we're gonna jump ahead to free agency, and then we're gonna see what we're looking at in terms of actual money we could potentially spend. All right, I have a grand total of 15 million, $14.5 million to spend, basically. Let's start with what I don't need. Is there anything that I do not require? I feel pretty good about our rotation. This five is as good as anybody in the major leagues. The bullpen is pretty deep, and I've still got high quality guys that are looking for an opportunity. I'm I have an embarrassing Rich as a catcher. I mean, third base is certainly not a guarantee. I need depth in the outfield, but I have it. I just need to promote it. Yeah, it's really hard for me to look at this team and see an obvious thing that I want to address in free agency. Um, hmm. I'm definitely gonna do some bargain bin shopping because there's always something to be had potentially, but it's gonna have to be a real bargain for me to be willing to pay for it. Like John Vandergreen, huh? You're a very, very talented relief pitcher, and I think adding you onto this club would be a really nice addition. I'm not going to guarantee you the closer's role, though. Yeah, I can't do it. I already have too many closers. Looking at pictures, I see. Okay. I want high potential types. There might be like the odd minor league free agent that's trying to sneak in. Holy shit. Like Dusty Hackett is nothing special, but I am more than willing to sign him. He wants an option if he gets promoted to the major league roster. I'm fine to do that. I just hope we never need him. I don't really care about you. There's really just not a lot here that excites me or that I find terribly valuable. I think we just run it back. This is going to be a boring free agent season, but I just don't have anything that I care about. I mean, okay, I didn't want him anyway. I am uninterested in him. Did not get better at second base. That makes me sad. Could I teach you a new position then? I just feel like giving him as many positions as possible is what's going to be the most likely for him finding a big role on this roster. Earn a new position, please. Hall of Fame voting. I'll vote for Xander Bogaerts. I'll vote for Junior Caminero. Any really super big guys? Bobby Witt Jr. should have made it last year, in my opinion. I guess Julio Rodriguez can make it. I guess. I will vote for Trey Turner. I don't know. Gunnar Henderson didn't make it immediately, but it's okay. Um, I'm looking for guys that either have decent votals I can help get over, or people that I genuinely believe deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Xavier Isaac is a deeply weird player. Over a third of his hits were home runs. No, not quite a third. Sorry, math is hard. But I will vote for Manny Machado. Mm, I will vote for Adley Rutschman. Joe Namath. Yeah, that's the vapor lock thing from The Simpsons. I'll vote for Corey Seager. He deserves it. Fernando Tatis Jr. I'm on board with. I'll vote for Jordan Walker. I don't think he's gonna make it, but I'm definitely willing to consider it. I think a seal is appropriate. Like, there's not anybody here that I'm looking at that has like this giant trophy case that isn't already being voted. I'll vote for Corbin Carroll. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think he's gonna make it anyway, but like I can at least cast a ballot. I didn't vote for a single pitcher. Is there not a single pitcher that is worthwhile? Maybe not. I will vote for Shane McClanahan. And I guess I could vote for Jacob Mizorowski. Vapor Lock. Vapor Lock. I'm Joe Namath. Damn, not gonna casually get the number one pick in the draft just for funsies. I don't even know what I want at this one. Like, I genuinely don't know how we can make this team better. Um, I probably should not have. I'm regretting re-signing Baltistuzzi. But I'm hopeful that the cap will keep going up, so that his deal will be a little bit less painful. No, I believe in Joe Brook. At least I do for now. Why am I getting messaged about this one? It's not Zach. Oh, it is Zach Stieber. Or you one of those guys who are taken in the same draft? Yeah, you were. Okay. You've had one of the careers of all time. Now, we are a team that's getting a bit older, and that is becoming something of a concern for me, too. So if we can make a decent trade, then that's a possibility. We got Dusty Hackett. That's fine. We might lose him in the Rule 5. I don't care. It is so wild that he keeps getting these giant contracts. But hey, the man's got 131 wins. That's not nothing. I don't know what it is, but it's not nothing. All right. No, we use my scout in this house. Not in my house. Um, I guess we could keep Silva and Mercer for sure. If I lose Hackett, I lose Hackett. It doesn't actually cost me anything. Kevin Monroe, Ken McGee, and Deshaun Mooks all got taken. I just don't need mid-tier outfielders. I have plenty of quality outfielders. Apparently I'm gonna supply outfielder for the entire league now. I'm just curious to see how these guys do. Any really high potential guys that I can just hang out on the roster? No, literally no one. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think I'd participate in the Rule 5 this year. Also lost Luis Medina and Esteban Cuadros, which is all whatever. Like, these are not outstanding players, so I don't really mind too much. Why did I assign Baltistuzzi to that big new deal? It's not that bad, but and he didn't learn a new position. What a loser. Okay, good. I thought I didn't sign anybody for international free agent signing. I was like, no, you just haven't had the opportunity yet. My concern about Baltistuzzi is the fact I don't know how much contact he's gonna make. But I think it's really hard to take a guy with 50 home runs and say, yeah, fuck off, nerd. I probably should have done it, though. I probably should have given another player another chance, but interesting. Seager got dumped. Julio Rodriguez made it, and Jacob Mizierowski made it. Interdasting. This wasn't the most exciting episode, perhaps, because I just didn't have many decisions to make. I think the Choate deal was a really good one. I think the deal for Baltistuzzi is maybe less good, but we'll have to see what happens. Billy Pickering is getting better. That's wild. I think of all the trade deals that I've made that I regret, I think Valarama might be one of the biggest because he's just useless. He serves no purpose whatsoever. He's the most overpaid middle reliever in Major League history, and I will be over the fucking moon when I can trade his ass. I'd trade his ass now if I could. This was a comically stupid decision for me, and I wish I hadn't done it. And I didn't sign any international amateurs because I fucking forgot. I'm good at this. No, I'm not. And the good ones are already gone to zero people's surprise. Frank Serrano is not very good. Juan Trevino is slightly less bad. Yeah, we'll go for Juan Trevino, I guess. I think my wife just came home with our guinea pigs who got their nails trimmed today. They're very annoyed. Alright. Spring training, let's go. Alright. Heil, Pratt, Sullivan. Hackett. Hackett can have a spring training invite as a treat. I think that's it. I don't think there's anybody else that I want to give a spring training invite to. We already have 44 people on the roster, so that's fine. Pretty good stuff. I'm not upset at all. Now something to consider here. Something to consider. Why? Why everything? Is actually what to do about Zapata. I think this contract, it's not going to completely shred us, but it's definitely not good. It is definitely not a good deal for us, and it's only going to get worse as he gets older. Um, I think it is comically easy to go ahead and opt out of Rivera's contract and Valderrama's contract. For different reasons. Rivera's perfectly fine. I have no problem with Rivera, but Mike Bennett is almost as good. And in some ways is even better. It's literally, I'm upgrading the roster. Bennett is going to be our catcher next season, full stop. I know he's fairly popular nationally, but he's a 3-win catcher, and that's just not worth $25 million to me. Valderrama is an even easier choice. He's a horrifically overpaid reliever, and I'm not down with that. There are things that I am down with, and that is not one of them. Okay, well, that's kind of lame. I don't love that. I don't need him to get an injury reputation. That would be very, very bad. I have enough secondary starters that doesn't affect me a huge amount, but that is concerning. It is not a good thing for our chances, that's a certainty. Shota's actually improving his stamina somehow, which is wild. Gabe Vega's getting better. Gabe Vega, honestly, is probably first in line to get the rotation spot. Okay, a second baseman who can't play second base is of no value to me. I'm trading you right now. If I can get any kind of green prospect, I'm taking it. If I can't get a green, I will take the best yellow I can get. Jesus Estrada is a useful guy to have in your minor league system, but he's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Loera sucks. Luis Cuevas seems like a pretty good fit. Wonder if I could get Morales and Cuevas. Is that a thing you would permit me to have? Detroit. Cuevas isn't even on this list. What? Oh, maybe he's not considered a prospect anymore. That's possible. That is a possibility. Oh, I have Cuevas. It was the other dude I was looking for, the third baseman. Ernesto Morales, but I don't actually want him anymore. But also do this just for Cuevas, so let's just go ahead and make the deal. Done. Detroit's got a lot of money. If they employed that effectively, they could be a real threat. Any other player development stuff that is of note? Not really. I mean, players are getting better, which is obviously excellent. But I think it's going to change your Major League roster terribly much. I don't know. I think Jeff Schmo definitely has a real chance to break the opening day roster. I genuinely believe that. But I'm not even sure he's the only one. So we'll have to see what happens here. I also probably opt out of Nate Quinn's deal too. I think some turnover in the bullpen would be much appreciated. This team has a lot of cost certainty, which is obviously a good thing to have, but I also think some of my players are overpaid. And Zapata definitely is. I'm not saying that to, shit on the guy or whatever. It's just a fact of life that he is overpaid. Alright, let's check out our pitching staff. We have 14 pitchers. Ideally, I don't want more than 13, so one pitcher's got to go. Has Phil Sullivan pitched anywhere near the majors? No, he hasn't. So he's the one that's going down to the minors. So, like, it's pretty nice to have this good a rotation. I'll be honest with you, it's pretty damn nice. Um, yeah, this is good. This is real good. Oh, actually, no. Fuck that shit. Josh Foos. No, Josh Foos, I think, can stay. You can keep him around until Nate Quinn is ready to return. I do not need four catchers, and Kimmins and Romich are definitely the two to go. Easy. Contreras, Luera, Hackett, hack it out. Darren Heil, I think, needs more seasoning in the minor leagues, but he is very, very close to getting a job in the Major League roster. Brendan Emery is a corner infielder. I don't know that that's something I necessarily want to make room for on this roster. Obviously, Ishmael Molina also goes to the minors. I could carry one more infielder. The question is, do I make it Dusty Hackett? Or do I make it Emery? Like, it's not useless to have Emery on the roster, right? Like, he definitely has some value. Because I have way too many outfielders anyway. Okay, Pratt goes to the minors. Easy. Salvato definitely goes to the minors. Silva goes to the minors. Ben Stuff goes to the minors. Burkett to the minors? Question mark. Yeah, let's let him get some more experience, but he definitely has a chance to be a starter at some stage here. I'm currently rocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outfielders. That's too many outfielders. I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna see if anyone would actually take Baltistuzzi from me. Ah, the fans love him though. How's my fan interest looking right now? It's pretty damn good. I wonder if anybody would take Baltistuzzi at this point. His value will never be higher than it is right now. I'm being offered 3 yellows, which isn't really what I want. But unless I'm going to be offered a green or a blue if I do single search. The key factor is right now that people are interested in him, which is very good to see. Because I just don't believe in him. I know he literally just hit 50 home runs for us. I understand that. Yeah, let's go back to the prospect package, and we'll just take the best prospect package. Brad Champion's a really good second baseman. Dane Bates is pretty solid. Kamani Kohlenberg is okay. I'm gonna make this trade. I know you like this one better. I just don't think that blonde card is all that good. This is the one I think. Let me discuss it. See if I can maybe get you to throw in one more prospect. But I doubt you will. What about like Jesus Adorno? No, Adorno is a bridge too far for you. Duly noted. I could get Deshaun Mooks back. Nah, Jake Zini is fucking stupid. I don't want any part of him. I do want a bit more if I can manage it. The problem is, what else do I want? I bet I could get Jamie here pretty easy. And then maybe one more prospect? What about Tyrese Radford? Yeah, I think this is as good a deal as we're going to get. It bails me out of a fairly stupid decision. Because I just have so much outfielder depth, I think this is the right decision. Fans are going to be sad. I understand. Nice. Yeah. I mean, you say the fan interest almost crashed. It dropped 3 points. I think we'll be okay. So I need to go to one more player. I honestly think Jeff Schumo or somebody else is going to play right field. But I'm pretty good about that. Um, I feel like if we send down Bougier, I don't have a good backup shortstop. Because Brendan Emery cannot play shortstop. He's a corner infielder type. Can I turn you into a prospect? Like, I just don't see him being that valuable to me. I don't. If I can get a guy who's reasonably good, then I'll probably take the deal. If I can get Abieta and Murphy, I will make the trade. I think Murphy was a 41, wasn't he? There he is. Yeah. And that solves our roster crunch problem. So that's good. I do find it fascinating that I just took a guy at 50 home runs and led the league and traded him, but I think I had to. I think I had to. I think we were playing with house money that we got as good as he's out of him last year, but I also think that's his peak. And it's not going to take much for him to backslide. So it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. So what's your opening day roster look like? It looks a lot like last year's roster, with a few minor tweaks. The most significant tweak is Juan Gabarret starting the year in right field. Um, I'm not promising he'll get to stay there. I think Jeff Schmo is definitely going to make a lot of noise, but there's that. Gabe Vega is going to be on the starting rotation after just filling in a little bit. I think he's got a lot of potential. We get a full year of Billy Pickren, um, and a full year of Juan Carmona in the rotation. So we'll have to see how our rotation does until Casey Choate can return around the All Star break. Bullpen is good. Um, we added a couple new players and Mike Boardman and Kevin Mercer. Both have really high potential. They just need innings in the major leagues to actually make something of themselves. Um, this is our second year for Jesus Mendoza to be our closer. He came relatively close. No, he didn't. Never mind. There's also Josh Vooz, who I keep forgetting that we have. But yeah. I mean, a lot of this is going to come down to whether some second and third year players can start making progress. I'm looking at you, Jorge Ariola. I think of our everyday starters, you're the one who applies the most pressure on their shoulders, but I also think you can handle it. If you can get on base, the rest of this lineup is going to flow beautifully. We are losing power, but hopefully getting contact with Juan Gavarret, who, to his credit, has done nothing but hit in the minor leagues. He's been one of the best hitters in the minor leagues, especially last season. Especially the last two seasons. So yeah, I think he's at least earned a chance to be a major league outfielder. He's also way cheaper than Baltastuzzi, and I think that was the big reason to make that trade. But yeah, I see you're being opted out. You're being opted out. You're probably being opted out, although maybe not. Um, the interesting question is going to be what we do with Eric and Fuso. I think that's probably the most interesting question going into next offseason. Because Jeff Schmo is not a good um, center fielder. I do have Burkett, who can definitely fill in defensively for a guy like Anfuso. But we'll have to see how he does this year. For sure. I see no reason why we can't have a dominating year again. I think we've got so much talent up and down the lineup. Even if I don't have Sergio Zapata at his prime, I think from top to bottom, this lineup is terrifying. And I think we've got one of the best rotations in the league and a really deep bullpen as well. I'll say more out of Mitch Couples. Um, much is asked of the high performers, and he needs to start performing at his very best. Like getting on base at a 312 clip is just not going to cut it. It just isn't. I know he's a really good shortstop. I appreciate that, and I appreciate his ability to hit for power. But I need more from him. He's going to be the team lead when Sergio Zapata leaves, quite probably. I would like to see a little bit more out of Zapata, but to be honest, I think this just is what he is at this point. I don't think he's going to get any better. He's not going to strike out very much. He's going to draw a ton of walks, and he's going to hit enough to keep other hitters honest. But he's very much into the later stages of his career. And I have no problem with that at all. Man's a 3-time MVP. He is going to go into the Hall of Fame. Almost without question. So I'm not worried about it. There's a lot riding on Gabaret's shoulders too, but I actually feel a little more positive about him. I think he'll be a good player to have in our outfield. I might even have started center field at some point. And again, we just need nice seasons across the board. I think Chuko's batting too low, but I also don't mind him batting where he is. He's another guy that probably won't stay on this team forever, but yeah. Interesting. We're gonna play Shumo at first base. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to him getting experience in multiple places. But my friends, that is going to end today's episode. I hope you are enjoying the series. If you are, please remember to like and subscribe. Apologies that this wasn't the most exciting off season, but I think it's going to be a great season. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, this has been UpGuardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.